Emma was giving us the drama that we actually needed today, and the drama that Harry had been begging for as well, because he's been so bored with Helena. So he had to go and spice things up by chatting to Emma. That man, he's an interesting guy. Anyway, tonight's Love Island, it started off with Lauren and Tony still chatting on the terrace while Harrison was doing bloody gymnastics. And Lauren, it's just so obvious she's still gonna like Harrison no matter what. Tony still likes Harrison for God knows why. It's a joke. Then Harrison, you bloody imbecile, decides to disrupt lovely Billikis and Cash having a nice, amazing chat. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see you, Harrison. Anyway, disrupts their chat. And Cash, I respect that man with every ounce of my body. He is such a good... His parents must be so proud. Like, Harrison comes over and says, yeah, I just want to say sorry, man. Like, yeah, I was sneaky, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he just said, look, I've been fuming, but I had to think about how my mum wants me to handle this. I said, what? And then he was like, yo, also, never... If you've made your decision, yeah? Cool. You sticking with her, yeah? Treat her well. And never treat a girl how you've treated Lauren. Because I was imagining if that was my sister. And he said, yo, imagine if that was your sister. Yeah. Because Harrison, you've been getting advice from stupid Dejan and Harry. When I realised today that literally the three of them, they have one singular brain cell that they share amongst each other. So that is why they're all just, they're just dunces. They're all... Anyway, Cash... Love you. You're a great guy. Stand-up guy. Amazing man. Then Boris and Emma chat. And Boris is there saying, oh, it's like a weight that's been lifted off his shoulder. What weight did Billikis give you? What? A beautiful black babe? Is that a weight? That's crazy. And then he's obviously like, oh, yeah, we're going to do hideaway, all of this. Emma obviously should have told Billikis. I didn't even know Billikis and Boris and Emma were even in the triangle until today. Like, why are the producers not telling us all these little side stories? Like, we're tired of the Harrison, Tony, Lauren side, like, story. We're tired of it. And there's other stories going on and you didn't tell us. And now when the aftermath of everything's happening, that's when you're telling us. Come on, producers, do better. Anyway, Lauren then chats to Harrison. And I didn't know Tret was a thing. She was like, oh, I don't deserve to be Tret this way. I was shocked. I was like, who says that? That's not... I had to Google it. And it's actually a thing. I had no idea. I'm learning. And then Harrison then pulls Tony to let her know about his chat with Lauren. And he's like, yeah, I've not closed it off at the moment, but he said that I've closed things off at the moment, but I've not ended things. That should have been a sign for Tony that, yeah, this man still wants you in a triangle. This man actually doesn't actually want you. Like, he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. And then Harrison continues his bloody escapade of being a dumb... And... he actually pissed me off so much in this because he was hugging Tony from like behind and he's like, oh, you look so pretty. And then when he was walking up the stairs, he grabs Lauren's hands. You see how sick this man is? Like, he's not well, guys. He's actually not well. Like, it's diagnosable. It's diagnosable, yeah. It might be a personality disorder. It might be a mental illness. I don't know, but there's something there. And he needs to be off the villa because he's a horrible, horrible person. And I'm tired of seeing him on my screen. I'm not going to lie to you. Then in the morning, I was like, why is Harrison trying to be friendly with Cash? Like, please do not speak to Cash. Don't speak to Cash. Doesn't even rate him. And then Cash was there helping him make eggs. And these were the eggs that he then gave to Tony. That pissed me off. Then Billikis obviously was pissed off because Emma and Boris come out of the hideaway. And like, obviously, like, Boris, like, Emma didn't even owe her, like, she didn't tell her nothing about it. So I get it. And she was just shocked that, how can I choose you? Like, I recoupled with you and you switch up like that. That's insane. Yeah. Harrison then takes Emma for a chat. No, wrong. Sorry. Harry takes Emma for a chat. I've never been so confused in a chat in my whole life because they are so weird, and they broke the fourth wall because they start talking about, you know, oh, the 50k, oh, if we win, oh, the house that's on the market, like, I don't know, it really sounded like they had planned to come to the villa together to try and win and to recouple. Like, it, not just she planning it. I think they both had planned to do it. And then he's like, of course I love you and there'll always be love for you. Harry's just bored of Helena. Like, I've literally seen it. I've seen the way he keeps getting involved in other people's business. He's still in love with Helena, and And then obviously he goes back to the boys and he's like, oh yeah, she wants to rekindle things. And then Emma takes Helena for a chat. And it was funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was funny because this girl literally said to her, she was just like, yeah, I don't see you guys as endgame. No one sees you guys as endgame. And like, I'm telling you that your partner is in love with someone else. And you're just here saying whatever. That was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was so funny. Then Helena takes the girls for a chat and she's like, oh, Emma's so deluded. She's saying that Harry said he's in love with her, or she believes Harry's still in love with her. And then I asked her if he said that and she was like, no. And she's just laughing. Honestly, Helena, let me tell you something. There's no smoke without fire. Yeah? So there's history and there's definitely stuff that's been said that you just don't know about. And she's telling you to your face that, look, this man still wants me. I don't know what he's telling you, but I'm telling you he still wants me. She doesn't want to listen. Those who don't listen must feel. Helena, you're going to feel it. Because how is she going over to Harry to chat to him and she's shaking with anger? She's shaking. It was actually quite funny, I'm not going to lie to you. And then she gives him another boundary and she's like, I don't need to talk to Emma. Like, why do you need to speak to her? Calm. Emma then goes over to speak to Ty and Boris, and Ty was asking all the right questions, and Boris was getting so heated in this conversation, my man actually had to take off his hat, because Emma, yeah, she went toe to toe with Boris. She literally was just like, look, I don't want to, no, because Boris was like, he doesn't want to be in any triangles, and she's like, you put me in a triangle with Billy Kiss, so what now? Why is it one rule for you, one rule for me? Yeah, she was like, of course I'm going to care about my ex and his future and da-da-da-da. Yeah, Emma, you can't fight with her. Like, she is a seasoned person in this industry. You can't fight with her at all. Harrison then flirts with Lauren in the bathroom. This guy is despicable. Honestly, I was looking up words for slut, for whore, and I came to trollop. Harrison is a trollop. I feel like that's a brilliant word for him. He's a trollop. He's a nasty, infected trollop. And obviously, as he's flirting with Lauren in the bathroom with the whole flossing thing, Shakira walks in. What I found nasty about this, I'm not going to lie to you, is Lauren goes over and tells Meg about it. And she's like, oh my God. And then Shakira walked in. Lauren, if you were wise, you would have gone to Tony and been like, Harrison is moving like this. But because you still want Harrison, that is why you didn't tell Tony. And that's why you were not happy that Shakira found out about your secret. Like, you two, the problem is you're egging him on. You're encouraging him to flirt behind people's back. Tony did the same thing. She let him flirt. Like, you lot are the one endorsing his behavior. You're enabling him. You guys are enabling Harrison. And that's why he keeps acting the way he's acting. Because people are letting him get away with this. It's insane. It's not right. I don't like it. Anyway, Tony then confronts Harrison in the bathroom. She starts crying. She's like, you're making me an evil person. And he's like, oh, don't get upset. Don't get upset. Da, 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 da. She's like, I look like an idiot. Like, I actually look. And you do, unfortunately. And then she asks him, like, do you want to be with me? Do you know what this man did? First, he sighed. And then he was like, can we talk about this later? Are you mad? You can't answer a simple question. And then do you know what he said? I miss Lauren. Yeah, you're a prick. You're an evil, evil trollop, and you need to get out of this villa. Honestly, you're awful, awful human being. I've never watched such evil behaviour on a screen. It's actually really, really scary. Then Tony walks back into the dressing room and she's like to Lauren, he wants you back, girl. And then Meg is chatting to Emma and she's like, oh, so what's this with you and Harry? And then obviously Emma's like, yeah, like I always saw me and Harry getting back together. And then what Meg did that was diabolical is as soon as Helena walks in, she repeats what Emma said. And then Emma, I loved her. Emma just started ignoring Meg. I love it. Because you need to treat Meg like an absolute child, because that's what she is. She ignored her, completely ignored her. And then Meg was like, oh, you twat. Part 2. So then Tony, Harrison and Lauren have a chat together. And one thing I don't like, whenever Tony is like arguing, she centers herself a lot, because obviously both girls are upset 100%, but she makes it out like she's the only one that's been hard done by. I don't know how to explain it, because even like before, like whenever she was chatting to Cash and stuff like that, she would be like, oh, you know, he's done this to me as well. Like, it just, she forgets about other people. I don't know. I'm not too sure how to explain it. I don't know. I don't think I'm verbalizing myself well. And then she also tries to make a decision for other people, because at the end of the day, Lauren is still going to go back to Harrison. She's going to go back, because she's going to go back. Like, she's going to go back. And then she was like, oh, I can never introduce you to my family or friends. I'm like, thank God the lens is lifting, the scales are lifting off her eyes. She's finally seen Harrison for who he is. She's like, I can never go back. I don't deserve to be with someone like you, and no one deserves to be with someone like you, or whatever. So she was trying to like generalize it so that Lauren herself doesn't go back to him. But Lauren she's gonna go back to him. She's gonna go back to him. So all of this like, I just thought, girl. And then Harrison is there like, I've apologized to you already multiple times. Harrison is an awful human being. He just likes bouncing between he's actually an enemy of progress, and he has a destructive he's a Pazuzu. He's got that like evil spirit that just wants to cause havoc and wreck peace. And that's what he's done for everyone. Like, he's literally destroyed Cash's relationship with Tony. He's messed up Lauren's feelings. Like, he is just an evil person. Anyway, after that like weird argument happens, they get the text that there's the game. So the poll that we'd been waiting for, guys, thank God. And everyone, I just want to say a round of applause to everyone. We voted incredibly well. The people who needed to be humbled were humbled, and I'm honestly so proud of everyone. So thank you, guys. So obviously, hottest couple. So I can't remember who was third place. Whoops. But second place was Billy Kiss and Boris, and first place was Jasmine and Jamie. Beautiful people. Well done, guys. Relies too much on physical attraction. And they were saying he gets away with his oh yeah. Connor was like, oh, Harrison gets away with his behavior because he's attractive. And then Helena was like, yeah, there's no substance. I was like, Helena, that's you talking about substance, girl, please. You and Harry have no substance. Come on now. But anyway, third place was Shakira and Connor. Second place was Harrison and Tony. And first place was Helena and Harry. And Emma was just pissed off throughout all of this. It was just funny to see. Then most one-sided. This is what annoyed me. So Harrison, being a bloody cheeky little Pazuzu, decided to input and talk and cause problems. Like, he's so obsessed with Shakira. He wants to cause havoc in everyone's lives because his life is going to shit. He said everyone else life must also fail. So he was like, oh, I think you should be up here because when we had a conversation, when I asked you if you fancy Connor or Harry, you said that you fancy Harry more. And then obviously Shakira was explaining herself like, yeah, because obviously I'd been paired up with Harry longer, which makes sense. Like, it wasn't a deep thing at all. But Harrison knew what that comment would do. And obviously after that comment was made, Connor was pissed. Connor was like, okay then, yeah, I guess we should be up there then. If that was the conversation that was had. He was so angry. Even to the point when Shakira tried chatting to him after, he just ignored her. Like, he's so angry. So tomorrow night is going to be crazy with that kind of happening. I wonder if he's going to bin things with Shakira, because clearly he feels embarrassed. But anyway, most one-sided. So third place was Helen and Harry. Second place was Tony and Harrison. And first place was Megan Dejon. And honestly, Tony could not wait to get off that pillar as soon as that conversation, she was done. She was so done. I was like, fair enough. And I love, again, guys, well done. We have humbled Megan Dejon. Well done, guys. Then lacks emotional depth. Third, yeah, this was actually insane to me. Oh, wait, we'll talk about that. So third place was Billy Kiss and Boris. Second place was Megan Dejon. And first place was Helena and Harry. And Meg was like, oh, I'm surprised I'm even on here. Like, I'm the most emotional or something. And I was like, girl, you clearly don't know what emotional depth means. Because what do you mean you're the most emotional? Honestly, Meg has become the new Ben. I'm so sorry to say. She's become the new Ben. And Emma was hilarious. And she was like to Cash, she was just like, yeah, we don't need to be up there because we're the most deep. And we have an IQ above 3. She is hilarious. She's so funny. Then the couple that's coasting, number one, they didn't understand what coasting meant. And that was embarrassing. I think they probably knew what it meant, but they didn't like what it meant. So that's why they were trying to find another meaning to it. But anyway, third place was Yaz and Jasmine. Second place was Billy Kiss and Boris. And first place was Meg and Dejan. And Yaz and Jamie, sorry. And you know what? Jamie was actually really cute, really kind. And he gave them a nice meaning of coasting, just so, because he could probably see that Meg was fuming and the steam was coming out of her ears. She was getting ready to cry and crash out. And then they obviously asked how do people feel about that. And Billy Kiss was just like, yeah, she feels like Boris has been using her as a placeholder. And then Boris just said, well, the sparkle was gone after a few days. And then playing a game. So third place was Helen and Harry, second place was Tony and Harrison, and first place was Meg and Dejan. And again, Emma clocked everyone because she was like, I told you, I knew I was right. Emma literally clocked all their behaviour. And then Dejan decided to do a speech and be like, yeah, well, in the beginning, yeah, I did think it was a game, but now my feelings have developed, like it's no longer a game. And then Emma says to him, yeah, your speech, it comes across as disingenuous, and I think that's what the public see. And then he was just like, oh, well, I don't really care what you say. And then Harry's like, oh, yeah, Dejan, you need to change. Just mocking it, basically. Anyway, we get a preview for tomorrow night, which is going to be fantastic. I'm so ready for it. They're like, the game hasn't finished. There's a new bombshell. I'm not going to lie, guys. I laughed at her entrance because those chaps, all I saw was arse cheeks. And I'm just like, nah. Who's your stylist, babe? It was just so funny. I'm so sorry. But anyway, we've got a new bombshell coming in. Apparently, her name's Angel. And she says her type is tall, dark, and handsome. But then she also said she wants Ty. So I need you guys to explain to me, what does tall, dark, and handsome mean? Does tall, dark, and handsome mean black? Or does it mean a white man with dark features? Because I really don't understand. Because you said you like tall, dark, and handsome, but you want Ty. But anyway, we're speculating that whoever she couples up with, the girl is going to be dumped because the Sun released something and apparently there's going to be a shock dumping and it's going to be an iconic girl and it's going to be talked about for years. So I will be beyond happy if it's Meg, but I don't think Meg is someone that will be talked about for years. I'm so sorry. I fear it could be Tony or Shakira. I fear. Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots. I fear. But anyway, yeah, tonight was good and tomorrow is going to be even better. Thank you, Emma, for clocking all these men's behaviour.